Hey, what's going on out there, YouTube? This is SEL0320, representing JVS. Here with my boy Joe Johnson 030. We're here to review another 2 episodes of the hit show on Netflix. Headache, sorry. Jessica Jones. Yeah, I'm a little tired, y'all. To be quite honest with you, I've only eaten once today. I've been working, doing physical therapy, and then we've just been looking at these episodes. So if I sound discombobulated or whatever, like, that's the reason why. But the episodes names that we watched were episode 10, which is 1,000 Cuts, which was nuts. And then episode 11, which is I've Got the Blues. So 1,000 Cuts leads off from the last part where Jessica found out that she's not susceptible to Kilgrave's powers. And as well, Kilgrave got away in Hogarth's car. But you find out that Hogarth was not only the one that cut the tripwire for electrocution, but also she did a deal with the devil essentially to get him to basically make her ex-wife sign over the divorce papers. And it ended badly for Hogarth. I don't feel sorry for her because she caused all this, but incidentally, she got her wife killed. She got her girlfriend implicated in murder, and she's got I think he stopped at 40 cuts on her body. Because basically, Kilgrave eventually kind of told the ex-wife to put 1,000 cuts in the woman's body. Because basically, he had this conversation with Hogarth's ex-wife about deception and lies. He was really talking about Jessica, but she was empathizing with the situation, and she was like, quote unquote, it's like having 1,000 cuts in your heart. And he basically told her to do it, and that's when the ex-girlfriend stepped in and saved the day, but basically killed her. But it was a lot that happened in the episode. It was really, a lot of people died, man. It was nuts. What did you like about this episode? Because I didn't even bring up the Jessica situation or the Hope situation or the group, but I'll let you talk about it. But not describing the whole thing, but just your thoughts on the whole thing that happened. Oh man, it hurts.
Yeah, I mean that joint was crazy. It was crazy. It was good entertainment. I was kind of mad at her for letting him out, because I was like, how you gonna let your personal, life interfere with something that's bigger, much bigger than, what I'm saying. In the grand scheme of things, people are actually getting killed and stuff. But yeah, that's one thing that kind of bothered me in this episode. But other than that, I thought it was pretty crazy. It's always entertaining to see Kilgrave. See what he's going to do next, because he's such an unpredictable character. Or what he's going to command someone to do. And it was nuts. It was just nuts. And then towards the end of the episode, you see Simpson come through, pretty much kills the detective and then burns the place down. So I mean, that shocked me, man, because I was like, wow, this dude's on some other stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those pills. End up taking those pills, man.
Yeah. But I mean, the biggest thing for me this episode was the end. That's what I was going to let you talk about, was the fact that Kilgrave not only got Hope, but he got the entire group, the AA group, which is Malcom, the crazy sister, and then the 2 guys, and had them hanging. And Jessica just really went there to try to bargain to get Kilgrave's dad over to her, but Kilgrave's dad was trying to come up with a cure. Basically, you find out that he emits some kind of strain of virus or something like that goes into the air. So it's not necessarily his voice, but it's like him around people. So he tried to get the cure, but regardless of the fact, Hope sacrificed herself for Jessica to be able to not only save them, but basically in turn she wanted Jessica to kill Kilgrave, and she knew that, even Kilgrave knew that he was holding on to the ideal of doing the right thing for Hope, doing it the right way, even though she was doing it the wrong ways of doing it. And so Hope took herself out of the equation. She wanted her to stop holding on to Hope, basically. And Jessica, I mean, she died. I mean, she killed herself sacrificially, so that in hopes that Jessica would end this suffer for anybody else. And it was sad. I mean, that was the biggest thing that was really alluding to, that really it hit me, man. Like, I mean, Hargoth's wife or ex-wife getting killed is one thing in that situation, even like the situation with like Kilgrave's mom, but I didn't expect Hope to die like that. It was just really sad. It was really sad. But as far as episodes concerned, I give that one a 10 out of 10. That might be the best episode. Episode 10, to me, is probably the best episode of this series. And I don't know if they're going to go in top for that. But what would you give that episode?
I give it a 9.
9 out of 10? Not a 9.5?
I give it a 9.
Okay. The next episode is I've Got the Blues. This one is really just, Jessica's just guilt-ridden. She's exhausted. She doesn't want to sleep. She's literally making mistakes. I think that her friend Trish, she basically told her, she was like, you need to rest. Your body is going to start breaking down. And it does. She even got hit by a truck. It was a lot of things that I was like, she doesn't understand the situation fully. And not just that, like Joe said, like Will or Simpson, he was on a wrecking streak. Like, I was thinking he's gonna crack. And I read up on who this guy is. All I can say is look up the character Nuke and you'll understand what I mean. Very dangerous, very volatile, and him and Jessica have like this crazy fight. But do you want to talk about Trish in this episode and the flashbacks?
The flashbacks. I mean, yeah. So you get like background information, like how Trish was like raised. Basically, she was like a young star, and I mean her mother put her through a lot of like stress. And her mom's like, you can tell like her mom's trying to like live her dreams through her daughter. So I mean, at a young age, she shouldn't have gone through all that crap. But Jessica, she actually like steps in or whatever and kind of defends her. But initially, I mean, Trish, she didn't want to be. She didn't want Jessica to interfere with her relationship with her mom or anything like that, or because she was kind of embarrassed that she was like what she was going through. By the same token, Jessica, she was coming to into her powers, the strength, and at the same token, she didn't want to be outed.
Yeah.
So before that happened, they were discussing among themselves like, all right, so we're gonna keep each other's secret, and yeah. So
You want to talk about what happened to Trish?
how she took that pill? Yeah, so Trish, she had the fight. Well, Simpson, leading up to that, man, Simpson he starts asking questions about Jessica. It's like, yo, where's Jessica? And he's kind of, what he asks is kind of aggressive. And Trish is like, why you want to know? And she's like noticing his pupils dilated and all that. And so pretty much, man, Simpson, he kind of locks her up in her own apartment and then goes to meet Jessica, and then they're duking it out. The next thing you know, Simpson's actually holding his own. At this point, Jessica, she's wounded. So Simpson's like he has her in a chokehold, and he's about to like end her. Next thing you know, Trish comes up behind him, hits him in the head with a fire extinguisher. So it proceeds and gets heated, and then Trish, she ends up taking the pill that she ends up stealing Simpson's pills in the middle of the fight. I think was it before? I don't know. I can't remember.
I think she had them before.
But she ends up taking the pills.
And he told her, he was like, your lungs or your body will not be able to receive it.
Yeah, she's like, it'll be worth it. And then she's just like, she beats him up. And then Jessica knocks him out finally. And then she's still walking around like, I'm pumped, Jessica. This is how you feel all the time. And Jessica's like, what do you mean? And then she's just like, all of a sudden she stops breathing, starts panicking, and like they have to call the ambulance, essentially. And oh man, it's crazy because the ambulance driver, he doesn't know what drug she's been taking, on what medical thing to actually help her. All he knows is it's a stimulant drug. Based on what Jessica says, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, because she almost died.
Yeah, she ends up being stable. You know what I'm saying? By the night, she gets to the hospital, ends up being on stable health. So it's just crazy.
Yeah.
She's wild. And then when she came to, she started smiling. Like, I was like, this chick is wild, bro.
You say that again.
Wow, man.
Yeah, he said it 3 times. Wow, cat. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, I enjoyed that episode. I gave it like a 9 out of 10. What'd you give for a number?
I give that episode a 10, yo.
You gave it a 10 over 1,000 cuts?
Yeah.
Dang.
That's like with Simpson, bro. I was like, these folks are crazy, yo.
Anyway, well, that's our review. Hopefully you enjoyed it. We're gonna go and watch episode 12 and 13. I might need to get some food or something in my body because I think my mind's kind of breaking down. So I'm gone. Jessica Simpson, we love you and all, but we got 2 more episodes to go, and we got to give it to y'all. We might be actually coming back in 4K though, by the way. Later.